How do you make higher level characters feel mortal? Killing them. What's the definition of mortality? Layers and Legends pre-orders are now available. Did you miss the Kickstarter? Would you still like to get 2 gorgeous hardcover books stuffed full of 5th edition resources? More than 25 adventures spanning levels 1 to 15, over 100 new monsters, magic items, traps, puzzles, NPCs, villains, and more. Click the link below to learn more and look for the big green pre-order button. That you can die! That you die! That is what mortality means! You die! I will die, you will die. My adorable little kitties will die. We are mortal. Mortal means we exist in this present world, and then at some undefined point in the future, we will die and we will be gone. So, if you want high-level characters to feel mortal, you give them challenges worthy of their level, worthy of their powers and abilities. You make them feel mortal. Sometimes they run into things that kick the snot out of them, and they are barely scraping by, and they barely survive. And they are relieved when that combat is over, and they're licking their wounds, and they're like, holy crap, we need a short rest. A short rest? We need a long rest. And they retreat from the dungeon, and they long rest. And you repopulate the dungeon with a few more baddies. That is how you make high-level characters feel mortal. Put challenges in their path. Make things challenging. You don't gotta necessarily kill them. I mean, you don't want to intentionally ever kill characters. I never recommend that. But put worthy challenges in front of them. Make them earn their W's. That is how you make them feel mortal. And every so often, things are gonna go south. And somebody will die. But don't worry about it, because it's 5th edition. And remember, in 5th edition, we're all pansies, because death means nothing. It's hard to die to begin with. And even if you do die, you get resurrected. Easy peasy, not a problem at all. So don't worry about it. Give them challenges. If somebody dies, they die. They're gonna get resurrected. Don't sweat it. Not a big deal. The only true thing that is really horrifying is a total TPK, because then they're all dead. And then there's no recovery. But failing that, it's not a problem. Put some nice challenges in front of them. Now be careful. You don't want the entire game to just be hard, 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 because then it feels like a slog, like a grinder, and they're gonna be squealing for mercy, and they're probably gonna hate it. You need a variety of challenges, ups and downs, trivial stuff, easy stuff, medium stuff. Holy crap, that's hard. Oh, easy. Woo! Okay, now we get some exploration. Now we get some social interactions. Oh, there's an easy encounter. Haha, we beat them. Holy crap, a dragon. We're screwed. So remember, you want a variety of challenges when you're designing your encounters, and when you're designing encounters that are almost assuredly going to become combats. You want a variety. But if you want high-level characters to feel mortal, make death a possibility and give them challenges from time to time that make them feel mortal. They barely squeak by, and sometimes they die. That is how you do that. Now, in 5th edition, that is a challenge for dungeon masters, because the game system is not designed to help you in that regard. The game system is designed for high-level characters to be almost invincible, and that is by design. You've got to work your butt off, and you've got to throw some challenges at them that the math, the challenge rating system, would say otherwise. That I have thrown at high-level characters encounters that are 3 to 4 times past the deadly threshold. And guess what? They still win. Sometimes just barely, sometimes easily. And so sometimes you need to ignore all of their CR challenge rating calculations that get totally broken at level 12 and beyond, especially 15 and beyond, and just throw some crazy deadly stuff at them and see how they do. Now, unfortunately, sometimes I've had high-level parties that come across something that's easy and they get their butts handed to them too. So things are a little bit swingy and things get crazy at higher levels. So the game system doesn't make that job easy for you to make high-level characters feel mortal, but you have tools and you have things and you can throw challenges at them that make things more difficult. You can do it. You just got to stretch yourself. And I would take it incrementally.
Make things a little bit harder, a little bit harder, a little bit harder. Push the limits. See how far you can go. See what your character, the players, are capable of, their tactics and their strategy and how they approach things. See what their characters are capable of. Different characters have different capabilities. Some characters are super, super, super powerful, min-max little powerhouses. Other characters are pretty weak. So you gotta slowly push the boundary to see what your players' characters can handle in the game, to see how challenging you can make things before they're gonna break, you know? And so that's how you do it. That's how you make a high-level game more challenging. You make them feel mortal. You make the game more challenging.
Click on the screen now to watch another fine DM Lair video, or to pre-order our Layers and Legends Kickstarter and get yourself 2 gorgeous hardcover books filled with 5th edition DM resources.